The city of Dallas is set to start their search for its new police chief. Eddie Garcia announcing he is taking on a new role as the assistant city manager down in Austin.
Yeah, now back in 2021, Garcia became the city's first Latino chief in the police department's 140-year history. And during his tenure, crime numbers have dropped for 3 years in a row as he worked to develop relationships with the community and city council members.
It's going to be hard to replace him because this guy was nonstop with the police officers, rank and file, nonstop in the community with city council members.
Well, the biggest question now, what is next for Garcia and the city of Dallas?
Chris Sadeghi joins us here in studio this morning. And Chris, the chief is headed to work with his former boss, TC Broadnax, down in Austin now, and some big changes.
Yeah, we don't know yet when his last day here in Dallas will be, but we do know his first day in Austin is November 4th. That's just 6 weeks away. And the timing not ideal for the city of Dallas because it's the city manager who will make the ultimate decision on a new police chief, because the chief reports to the city manager. But right now, Dallas is still looking for a full-time city manager to replace TC Broadnax, who resigned earlier this year. So step one will be for the interim city manager, Kim Tolbert, to name an interim police chief. And sources told WFAA there are 2 first assistant chiefs who served under Garcia at DPD who will be prime candidates for that role. As for how the city will go about finding a permanent chief, as we've seen with past hirings, they'll use a search firm to conduct a nationwide search to narrow down a list of candidates, and the finalists are brought in before the eventual city manager decides on the hire. But Councilmember Paula Blackman told us that charter amendments on the November ballot mandating increased officer pay and staffing levels could impact how this search plays out.
With these 3 hero amendments, it could throw a curveball in all of this. And so I'm sure people are watching that want to apply for our job. And they may not come if they see something like 4,000 police officers have to be hired.
Certainly a tricky situation here, Chris, because you have to decide, do you get the city manager first before the police chief? How dire is the move? What's the timing? How's this process looking?
Well, conventional wisdom says you want to hire the city manager first because the police chief reports to the city manager. Now, as we expect with the search for the police chief, the city has hired a search firm to search for that new permanent city manager. Now, according to a memo at City Hall last month, they're looking for someone with at least 10 years experience leading a comparable organization. Now, at the time, council members told us they did not have a time frame. They said it was much more important to make sure that they hire the right person in that city manager role. Not sure if this police chief opening increases the urgency at all.
Yeah, but we all know that leaving something open for too long can then create its own issues,
as we might see in November as the council member mission.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay, thanks, Chris.